Hi, welcome back to The Edge. This is Russ Layton from Sparx Hockey. Today we're going to be covering edge checking. Edge checking. There's lots of different edge checkers on the market. One of the things that we focused on in designing the Sparx Edge Checker was to make sure that the measurement lines, the lines that you're actually looking at to verify if your skate edges are even, these measurement lines have to be precisely machined into the body of the edge checker relative to the reference face that is clamping to the side of the skate blade. There's a lot of talk out on the internet, and you see it in the different social media groups about people using edge checkers that may not be constructed with the same precision. So edge checkers, and this is, again, you can buy whatever edge checker you'd like, but edge checkers where the measurement lines are on a sticker, or edge checkers where the components clearly aren't machined together in the same machining setup, where there's a magnet potentially screwed into the bottom of the edge checker, where you can imagine there could be misalignment between the measurement lines and the reference surface. You just want to be careful because you're relying on high precision here to verify that the two edges of the skate blade are within about 1/1000th of an inch, which is 1/3 the thickness of a sheet of paper. So we're trying to measure 1/3 the thickness of a sheet of paper. We want to make sure that our measurement tool is very accurate. So again, that's, for those that don't know, that's why the cost is here in the Sparx Edge Checker, because we actually have to put a lot of work in to make sure that these lines are machined in the same machining setup as the reference surface. My routine is to always go toe facing me on the skate, and then I put the edge checker on the skate blade. You can let the edge checker rest there while you tighten the thumb screw. Again, finger tight, similar to the arbor nut on the sharpener, just finger tight. You want to get this surface on the skate blade flat against the reference surface of the edge checker. I only check the edges really in the middle. People do check heel and toe. The way the Sparx sharpener is fabricated or manufactured, we keep consistency left to right, and so you only really have to check your edges. You can experiment, but you usually only have to check your edges on your skate blade in the center of the skate. Once we're finger tight down with the thumb screw on the edge checker, I rotate the tilt bar from its storage location of the edge checker. I typically rotate it out with one hand. I drop it on the edges, and then I'll make sure that the tilt bar is free from the back wall of the edge checker. I don't want this thing really rubbing against in between here, because again, I want a very accurate reading. I'll pull that edge checker tilt bar away from the wall. I'll verify that I have free motion, and then I'll look down across the edge checker to make sure that I have a level tilt bar. And by level, I see basically the same amount of lines above the left side of the bar as I see on the right side of the bar. We've also put on this edge checker a green zone, and what the green zone is giving you is a +0.02 of an inch and a -0.02 of an inch between each edge. So I can have my right edge up 0.02 from my left edge, or my left edge up 0.02 from my right edge, and I'll still be within the green zone. This is something we'll cover in future installments of the Edge here at Sparx. We did some testing, and what we determined was the vast majority of people, the non-professionals, really are insensitive to things within about 0.02 of an inch. We like here at Sparx to try to get things perfectly exact, and so what you'll see with this sharpening that we just did is we have perfectly level edges. Once I'm done checking the edges, I'll use the same motion to put the tilt bar away into the storage location. I'll just wrap it up and over the top. I want to keep this tilt bar very accurate and clean. One of the things I sometimes do is I wipe the steel abrasive plate that's on the bottom of the edge checker. I wipe that off on my jeans just to make sure I don't have any metallic dust from the sharpening on this before I do my edge checking. Again, precision is so important in the edge checking process. That's why we use a Sparx Edge Checker. That's why we clean it off, and that's why we store the tilt bar in its storage location.
Sometimes when you get done aligning your machine, sharpening your skates, and deburring, you can still have your edge checker in the green zone but not perfectly level. Should you make any changes to your sharpener? We'll cover that next week on The Edge.